welcoming Washington to Mortgage Matchup Center.
You've got to take advantage of the time on the court, especially with Kelsey. Let's see what she does with the time that she has.
So we are underway here at Mortgage Matchup Center. Phoenix in their home whites taking on the Washington Mystics, oldest team in the league, the Mercury.
Well, we saw it in the first meeting when it was back in D.C., and certainly the young legs, and this is a team that's really come together.
Back rim and off. One and done. This is a very good rebounding Washington club, especially on the offensive boards. You're going to have to find a body, as Molly Miller was talking about in that pregame show.
Yeah, number one in both categories.
Jumper not there. Here's Cobb again coming off of that 38-point performance.
Oh, looked like she got pushed.
Nothing called. The 38 against Atlanta. It was a losing effort, 99-89, but Cobb put on a show. There's the follow-up. We talked about putting a body. Austin makes you pay.
Well, you got ear bounds and lots of double-doubles for these two players.
Pick your poison defensively. As Annie mentioned, those two players can both combine for double-doubles when they're feeling it. Good hustle play, yeah, Sammy, but into the arms of Amor. Wide open, short corner three, and that's good.
Well, this is not a good three-point shooting team as far as the records show, but when they need to knock them down, they will.
AT hesitates and scores.
You know, Alyssa Thomas, her number, but she's got to be very effective tonight.
Thomas coming off that triple-double against Atlanta, her third of the season. And again, down low.
Austin just so strong.
Yep, by the way, defeating Portland the other night on the road in comeback fashion, securing their first playoff berth in the last 3 years as Max scores. But Washington, Annie, back in the playoffs. All those young players, all those first-rounders from the last couple of years, and they're back in the big dance playoffs, if you will.
A lot of times you have to be patient, and certainly with injuries and so forth. This is a Washington.
A good fast start for Mac is going to be really critical for her and the Mercury. Here's Copper, strong to the cup, taking it right at Onyenwere.
Now, I like the fact that Phoenix is looking to drive.
7-6, Mystics with the lead. Let's see if they can find a body. Jab step, rimming off there. Back rim, too hard is Iria Finn. Pretty good defense down low. And I think a frustration foul was good last year. This year, a different story. Taking some contact, so strong is Austin. Basket didn't want it, here comes Sammy.
Yeah, Thomas had her hand on her hip the whole time.
Cobb hesitating, there's the flip. AT letting the defender go by. Prashant splashes home the three ball.
Now can she have the kind of game she did against LA last week?
First lead of the game for Phoenix. Well, I really love Prashant. She was scoreless in that first half against Atlanta the other night, Annie, and then finished with 9 and really helped that rally for Phoenix where they almost pulled it off. 7-0 Phoenix run. They're looking to add to it. Set shot. AT.
That's about a match. I wasn't looking for a shot and certainly came out at halftime. Just a different disposition.
9-0 Phoenix run.
Good hands by Sammy.
Sammy really impacting the game on both ends. Running hard and scoring is AT.
Well, Phoenix making shot.
The Mercury. (13-7) Phoenix with the lead.
Good hands again, Sammy Whitcomb. Very active.
Happens all the time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lainey Hamilton checking in. Smart, veteran move.
Yeah, New York dropped her. They waived her. Was with them for 5 years. And again, hustle play by Phoenix. And that's one of the, again, we talked about coming in this game. It's going to be the little things, a little soft, and Austin read it well the way.
Lazy pass, 13-10. Merck with the lead. Austin taking it right at Linskin's.
Oh, wow.
Go to the line.
Linskin had position. Austin.
She will play. Nate Tibbetts has a plan. However, guys, he was very tight-lipped with the Mercury, not letting us in on the plan. But I can tell you, just now, she took off her sweatshirt. So it looks like we're minutes away from seeing what Nate has called the basketball junkie. And I'll tell you, to the scorer's table to check it.
Oh, Kate. Yeah, good timing on that. As if on cue. Let's have it. Oh, Austin with the big block. Okay, ever game here in Phoenix. Crowd let her know.
And they turn the ball over.
Welcome mat is out.
Certainly for Nate Tibbetts, he talked about, we got to take care of the basketball.
And there's Plum with the pick.
Yeah.
Wanted to go right at Flores, who checked in. Plum wants it back. Here's Linskins. It looked like it went off the AT. Well, honey. Lainey Hamilton again firing off the pick, not there. Loving the mid-range is Lainey Hamilton. 13-11. The drive and kick and another turnover, Annie.
Well, you got 6-7.
Means a one-game suspension. Good help defense, AT, 5 on the shot clock. And again, a team that is not known for hitting the triples.
Bench for them.
And Cody loved the three-pointer in college, so she will not shy away from pulling the trigger. Mystics regain the lead.
Plum challenging Betts down there, couldn't get the right spin.
UCLA represented all over the court for folks wearing Mystics gear. And there's a high-low game and a good seal by Betts for the bucket.
Well, Linskin went for... Let's see, there's Betts making a change in decision and kicking that ball out. Betts may not have a lot of stats to show that she's coming up with a block shot, but she changes shots.
Lainey Hamilton, player on this young Washington team.
Yeah, Washington going on a big run.
It's been a game of runs in Valley in the Valley this season with Valley Bet, official sportsbook app of the Phoenix Mercury. Here's Plum playing in her first game since the Mystics, Annie, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when she played.
USA is number 1, France number 2.
Kate, you ready to add some more for the FIBA World Cup?
Yeah, well, Nate Tibbetts said, of course, the focus on the games here in Phoenix, but as that she will be captaining the team for Australia, saying it is honors that are very due to a leader like Sammy.
Yeah, when she was going through that tough time after the knee, so need your voice, and it made a difference.
Second quarter opens up with a three-point. That'll put Sammy at the line. You know, you look at the energy level of a Kelsey Plum, who has also won herself some championships as well. That's good stuff in the locker room. Matt, offensive rebound and put back.
Well, she's going to be a key figure in this game. No injury, and just trying to get her confidence back and her aggressiveness, looking for her shots.
The way she started this season, Annie, it was really something. And to your point, that injury kind of cooled off the vibe and the swagger. Hope to get that back. Good hands by Westfeld, trying to tie up Austin, and does.
And Sammy Whitcomb coming out to help. And they're very physical. They'll create the contact. If they come up with a foul on them, that's okay.
So that ball tapped out of bounds.
Yeah, there are more.
She did a nice job of tapping that ball off a Mystics player. So 27-18 early in the second quarter. just to get you caught up, Dewana Bonner no longer with the Phoenix Mercury. Yesterday, she and the team announcing that they reached a buyout agreement, allowing DB to finish the season with a contender. One of the all-time greats to wear Mercury uniform will go the other way. What do you miss most about DB?
They won their second WNBA title, 3 times Sixth Player of the Year, 6-time All. She never really liked playing, and at 145 wet. Nice pass inside.
Great feed from Copper to Mack, who's looking for her shot. All the things you talk about when it comes to DB, we'll be cheering her on regardless of where she lands. The championships here, where she is, up and down the career leaders in the WNBA, and just what she gave the X Factor for so many seasons.
Ball short.
Yep.
Uriah Finn saw it. The Mercury players did not.
Defense on the perimeter. Uriah Finn, like you said, Annie, tracked it. Beautiful points now. Second-year pro out of USC. And the ball off the knee of Ayayi. And they'll do that. They really want to have the quick hands. They're a good defensive team. As Lainey Hamilton gets her home.
And Uriah Finn setting a solid screen, just giving.
You look at this Washington team.
Sam Wickham had that elbow high.
The elbow was up. Mack stepping into it and scoring. Mack again looking for her shot.
And as you said, that's what she did at the beginning of the season.
It's already. Floater, and that's all Citron. Finding her.
The Mystics.
Citron commanding the double and finding Uriah Finn. Stepping through, clever. Sammy can't get her home. Betts with the board and wanting to push.
Yeah, Copper with only 2 points right now in this game.
Yeah, you're reading my mind. Hey, Moore, so good to see her healthy. Long ball, Lainey Hamilton. Lainey Hamilton.
Mississippi State, and she and her sister Peg have a building named after them, a gym, but led in rebounding and scoring points, the two of them, but Copper finally getting on the board again. Defensively, she understood what she needed to do. You know, again, 88 Olympics and playing in Italy for so many years and then coming back over and coming to Phoenix, which was a great home for her.
I love going back and watching some of that old stuff with Grandma.
Oh, there was a lot of contact, nothing.
Man, okay, but Ka's starting to feel it, so know that. She'll take a little contact. Already picked up a technical, her 7th of the season. She's got to be careful, but she's starting to, that got her a little cranky. And here we go.
Oh, nice cut. Blocked by Mack, but they don't think so. A lot of arm on that. Now Washington is 14th in free throw percentage.
Lighten it up from distance. And, you know, the Mercury get to the line a lot, Annie, but on occasion they'll leave points on the table by not converting at the free throw stripe.
And they're only making it very difficult to get those inside shots.
You got double-double bigs on the floor for the Mystics.
Yeah, 1 of 8 from threes for Phoenix.
Love to watch Betts coming into her own, Annie, here in her rookie season. There's the big pick from Lauren. Lainey Hamilton dumping it inside. Good hands by Mack. She's looking for help and finds it in Bershant. Mack has been really good tonight. Kind roll for Noemi.
Well, that was a good screen by Tasha Mack, and certainly Bershant used it and didn't drive too deep.
Held on the floor for the Mercury.
I mean, look at this high-low.
Look at Mack, though, coming from behind. Poke it away before Austin could grab it. Ka, not there. AT gets her home.
Great follow. I mean, you got Betts out there.
Mercury hanging around and then some. Citron back again. Austin stepping back and scoring, but oh, Mack Fun first half here at Mortgage Matchup Center. Copper off the pick, not there. One and done. Laney Hamilton.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to try and draw a foul on Citron behind, and Citron backed off.
Citron picks up that dribble. Betts directing traffic, gives it right back. Citron is true.
Yeah, held.
The lead is 10. Mystics. AT keeps the handle, bounce pass. And the Mystics pick up the turnover. Amor hesitates. Tough take against AT.
Yeah, a little hesitation on AT.
Again, Amor, who blew out that ACL in training camp last year, has really been contributing the last 5 games. Mac really contributing today.
Double figures for the Mercury.
Turnover. Ka wants to push. Mac, extra pass. And now the pick for Ka.
Ooh. Yeah, Amor had a little reach in and knocked that ball away. Here, there's been a lot of respect, but that's going to be disappointing.
Held. A little short on that shot. Yanks down her 4th rebound. Under 2 to go in the second. Merck needs some stops. And the foul away from the whistle, or excuse me, away from the ball.
They were always helping each other get better. And now Susan, who used to have a hat that split between the Sky and the Mercury, now can only don Phoenix apparel. And it's a wonderful time for the sisters to be reunited, cheering each other on. And for Maddie, she said she's just been amazed by see the organization through Maddie's eyes, because you see just how elite and what a standard the team sets.
Thanks, Kate. I'll never forget Maddie and Kat walking into Mortgage Matchup Center last year. Kat wearing Mercury gear, of course, and Maddie in her Chicago stuff. And that was such a special thing, the whole family on board as Washington continues to add to their lead.
Well, and Kate talked about the 2 of them were rookies. Well, Kat's been overseas playing. Austin with the block. But even in saying that, Kat really she shined in training camp. She worked hard, she was hitting shots, she was playing defense, and that she really earned her way onto the roster.
Recovering from the ACL tear overseas this spring.
Yeah, Phoenix Williams hit.
And now for a message from our friends at Fry's. And 31-10 against Portland to help that rally and get Washington into the playoffs for the first time in 3 years.
Let's see how.
Got 10 points to lead the Mercury. And Austin with the 8, but Erie Fens got the 11.
Ooh, yeah, the layup.
Thought AT had the layup. Floater, Plum is short.
And one of the things that Nate Tibbetts has talked about, that Alyssa Thomas, AT, is such a team player. She's so unselfish. She wants her teammates to score, but you know, sometimes when you're inside that deep, you've got to look for your own shot.
Final seconds of the first half. Shot clock off, game clock at 3. Betts. Held. Underway. Mystics with the 51-33 lead as we enter the 3rd quarter. Again, so many storylines going into this game. DeWanna Bonner and the Phoenix Mercury reaching a buyout agreement yesterday, allowing DB to finish the season with the contender. So goodbye to DeWanna. Kelsey Plum making her Phoenix debut, scoreless in the first half. Maddie Westbeld making her Mercury debut. Citron, Erie Fen, the 2nd-year pros and all-stars. Extra pass, 7 on the shot clock. Austin, ball on the deck.
The big step.
Wow. And the Mystic bench just...
Austin with the great footwork.
Austin in double figures. Leads this club at 17 points a pop, 9.6 rebounds. And how about an and one? It's her first double figure since July 22nd.
Well, she's second in the league in field goal percentage.
Quiet since that injury, sustained in Indiana. Annie, it feels like forever ago. But this is the kind of game that Mac needs confidence-wise. Both ends of the floor, she's been tough.
And she just has to get some help from some other players.
Austin deep. Mac with the hands straight up. Syria Fenn knocked away. AT. Citron to beat. Cobb floats her home.
It's all about the defense. Easy baskets.
Copper now with 9 points. Again, coming off that 38-point explosion against Atlanta, where she took that third quarter over with a vengeance. Stepping back, and a tough stick for Austin.
Yeah, Austin with the balance. Spins and keep her foot pivoted there. Oh, nice.
Oh, look at AT as Austin goes flying.
And what a heads-up play, because, you know, you want to get block shots. 5 block shots in that first half by Washington.
Uriah Fenn, so
Fenn
deep.
just...
Well, there's a late whistle.
Ball.
Yep. Mac here, youngest team in the league, youngest team in playoff history in the WNBA. I mean, what Sydney Johnson has done with these young, talented players is really impressive.
Yeah, Austin in her 5th year at 26 years old, but adding them another veteran on the team, and Mikhail Onyenwere at 26.
Mac trying to step through. Follows her own shot. Oh, Mac is having herself a game.
Stayed with it.
Mac now 7 for 8 from the floor with the 15 points. Oh,
Onyenwere
inside.
just sneaks behind on that zone.
Onyenwere, one of the elder stateswomen on this team in her 6th year, as Copper is fouled. Scott hits the first one. Time for a quick message from our friends at Auto Nation. Copper trying to hit the second one as well, and does. Copper in double figures.
And just got to chip away for some bad shots.
And more, nowhere to go. 6 on the shot clock. Citron.
What a quick shot.
She hurt Phoenix in game 1 from beyond the arc. Her three-point shooting, Annie, has been way down. One of the real, actually the only downside to this sophomore year for Citron. Boy, she looked good on that shot.
But look at the step-throughs that this Washington team does. Jump stop, they can go anywhere.
Whitcomb, not even close.
Yeah. Struggling from the 3, 0 for 2.
Mercury 1 for 12 from beyond the arc. My goodness.
Yeah, and Kelsey Plum only played 6 minutes in that first half, and she has struggled with her shot. She averages 17 points in those 3.5 games she's played.
Austin, again, showing what she can do when she's healthy. Because of all those injuries. Was good last year. This year, great because she's healthy.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, she's got to be talked about as far as most improved. Huge difference.
Last year, comeback player of the year, coming off the hip injuries, ankle injuries, surgeries. This year, you know, she's just even elevated. I love watching Shakira Austin play. Here she is with the ball. On the deck, taking on Plum.
Shall we say it? The hips don't
season in 2025. This year, they're going to the playoffs and playing so very well. A great July leading into August. Stepping through, not there for Flores. Ball stays with Washington. McMahon will check back in. Citron having a seat. Again, the bench play of Washington in this game has been electric. Austin can't get the roll. Betts tried to tip it to herself. Instead, here comes AT.
Good block out.
Rashawn thought twice about going up against Austin. AT smart, taking advantage of the mismatch she had against McMahon.
NBA title, Mike Tebow was the coach, and Emma Min was the MVP at Elena Deladon, but Plum coming in, knocking down a shot. But Alyssa Thomas, who was on the bench for Nate Tibbetts as the associate head coach, was on that championship team along with Natasha Cloud.
And that last basket by Plum was her first basket.
Anyone that stops on a dime quite like Kelsey Plum. She was so in control when she's attacking the basket.
And believe it or not, that's the first field goal scored by the Mercury bench this entire game. 64-46. Ball off the hands of Betts. Here comes Copper. Full head of steam. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, just surveying on that. Copper now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. She's got 5 rebounds with her 11 points.
Copper towing the line, as Annie mentioned.
Back in the game,
64-47. Wide open long ball, not there.
And McMahon comes up with it, and Plum just reaches in and knows that you get in a game situation with another opponent, it's completely different.
First game for Plum since August 9th, when these two teams met in the district. Plum had to come out after aggravating that calf injury. Look at Ka. Wow, look out. I mean, that is hustle personified. And obviously, the Mercury well represented. Copper, Plum, Nate Tibbetts will be part of Team USA. Valou, Ayayi with the French national teams will play for Belgium. Plum. There's the long ball.
Yeah, did a two-man game right there with Alyssa Thomas. Just did. He said, oh, I'm going to reach a little higher for that one. Boy, Washington moves the ball so well.
They're letting Flores just shoot that 3 ball.
Well, Nate Tibbetts saying, look, I want to foul. She had inside position.
And another technical wasn't given. Tibbetts backed off at the last second. Good look at Nate. Plum pleading her case.
Well, Alyssa Thomas has to do a little bit better acting job, and when you get pushed from behind, just fall forward.
64-50. 2:53 left to go in the third quarter. Still anybody's ball game, but Phoenix is going to have to play some mighty good defense.
Yeah, that's not in the DNA of Alyssa Thomas.
Rimming out. Citron.
Oh, she's going.
Yeah. Plum, quick shot, not there. Uriah Fenn with the rebound.
And that's just Kelsey Plum's legs, you know, the timing and everything, and pressure shot.
7 rebounds now for Uriah Fenn. She's double-double waiting to happen, and just a smart play by Citron.
Now this is Washington team. They just
first game against the Merc with the 19 points and 5 triples. You know, it's interesting. Citron obviously starring at Notre Dame, but kind of in the shadow, if you will, of Hidalgo and Miles. And Washington couldn't wait to draft her, and she's been phenomenal.
Yeah, 88% free throw shooter. Gets to the line.
Averages almost 17 a pop. She and Austin leading the team in scoring for the Mystics. Plum starting to feel it, Annie.
Well, the confidence of wanting the ball in her hand, too, and understanding how to get her teammates involved.
7 points now after going scoreless in the first half. Didn't play much at all in the first half. Annie mentioned it, about 6 minutes. Under 2 to go in the third. Can't trade buckets.
Well, again, over the back, nothing called, and
Plum acquired right before that trade deadline in early August. Oh, heartbreaker there. Citron knew that was good. The second it left her hands, trotting back.
Yeah, shoots under 32% from threes, but knocking them down tonight. Forcing the foul. What a tough shot.
Copper had no angle. She was basically...
When you look at the scoreboard, it makes things different. I mean, but if you're not looking at the scoreboard, you just say, okay, we got to play the game and play each possession. And we've seen Phoenix get back into games when they do that.
Copper starting to feel it too, Annie, with the 15, number 4 score in the W. What an answer. Iria Fenn knocks it down. And that quiets the crowd.
That's only the 12th one she's hit this season.
Yeah, but 30% you can live with that. She's going to nick you on occasion from deep. Good answer. You got to have stops, though, Annie. Final 35 of the third quarter. Dumping it inside. Betts.
And Linskin, she's got to, if she's going to foul, go up the shot off.
Betts completes the three-point play. She has been really good off the bench. The depth of this club.
And she just averages under 17 minutes a game. Nice pass.
What a look inside from Plum to AT. Plum stepped foot on the court here for the first time ever wearing Mercury gear. The place went bananas, and she's having a third quarter. Dumping it inside. Picture perfect. Betts in double figures.
Washington just getting the ball inside, and she outscored Washington by 1 in that third quarter.
Fourth quarter underway.
I don't know where that pass was going.
Ayayi looking to inbound it.
Oh, nice pass.
New career high for Mack.
Yeah, 8 of 10 from the floor.
What a game she's had. The 17 points to go along with 6 boards. Nearly 10,500 here at Mortgage Matchup Center. Hoping for a comeback. Wow.
What, that was a offensive foul.
Whoa. Challenged by the Mercury, unsuccessful. The foul goes against AT. And what a circus finish for Austin.
Which is Valu, and I think that's what everybody saw was the push.
Yes.
Valu losing her balance, and Onyenwere with a big offensive rebound off the free throw lane.
Mack grabs the miss. 7th board of the game to go along with the career high 17. Austin, Iria Fenn with 16 apiece. Citron with 16. I don't know how AT got that one off.
Nothing called, a little contact, but it was a good finish.
Thomas now with the 14 points, 5 boards, 7 assists. Remember, coming off a triple-double in that loss against Atlanta. Playing it home. The long ball.
Onyenwere has not missed tonight.
She has been perfect. And she's in double figures as well. Moore. Every year she just gets a little bit better from deep and expands her game. Mystics Club, including Onyenwere, who played and coached at UCLA, Annie.
Yes, and Noelle Quinn is an assistant coach this year, who was in Seattle last year. And
yeah, good one.
An assistant on the Canadian national team with Nell Fortner as the head coach.
Look at that block inside by Mack. Again, impacting the game, both ends of the floor. What a game by Mack. Plum. Mack, ball on the deck. Can't get the finish. 8-4 to the game for Erie Fen.
Yeah, the contest by Austin made it.
Love that. So does the crowd. Turnover. AT has got Betts to beat. Goes right at Lauren and scores.
A great attack by Thomas.
Turnover leading to a deuce on the other end. Mercury needing some stops and then some. Austin, who has been dynamic, 6 on the shot clock now. Ooh. Executed to perfection. Citron with.
Well, you talk so much about their offense. They're 13th in scoring in the league, but it's their defense. They're number 2 defensively in the league.
18 points now for Citron. And she's got the 8 assists to go with them. That ties a career high in the helper department. Another big game for Citron against Phoenix. Play whistle dead.
First in so many, and again, their size, but it's not their size. I mean, the fact that they get inside and they pursue the ball.
It's a great point. You love their length, yeah, but it's their angles, it's their positioning. I think Mack was the one to strip that. Here comes AT. And Mack beating everybody down the floor to add to her career high point total.
Well, great heads-up play by AT. Just all the way saw Mack get good position.
AT having a game to remember.
Wow, they were just knocking shots down.
Well, it was kind of a clunker, but Kiki gets it home. That was a tough step back over AT. Betts grabbing yet another carom. 86-68, 5:40 left to go in the fourth. Look at Betts working hard. That is all hustle by Lauren Betts. Betts, one of the many players off the bench for Washington that has made a difference. Mack playing the defense inside. Look at the bounce pass. AT to the streaking Copper. You bet.
Great heads-up play. Those two really work well together.
Copper now with 17 points after a quiet first quarter. With defensive. So we'll go along with 16 points and 7 rebounds. That's good defense by Copper. Ooh. But she'll pick up the foul.
Lady Hamel face goes down.
Fourth personal foul on Copper. Good job, Annie. Rutgers pals, they decided to go to Rutgers together, did Lainey Hamilton and Copper, as Citron will go to the line.
And just talking about C. Vivian Stringer, the unbelievable players that have played for her, over 20 in the WNBA have been drafted, played at Cheney State. Nice pass again by AT to Copper.
Those two, as you mentioned, Annie, working so well together. It's been a tough season for the Mercury, and yet the fans delight in watching Copper and AT do their thing.
Yeah, you look at the bright spots. You have to.
What an answer, Amor.
Her first 3 of the game.
Double-double now for Natasha Mack with the 16 points, the 10 assists, and remember, 3 rebounds. As Citron triple-double watch, she's 3 rebounds short of another triple-double. Cobb, 1 point shy of yet another 20-point game, and Plum making her Mortgage matchup center debut. Wow. Amor.
Yeah, Plum went behind on the screen, and Amor just turned on the jets to turn that corner and get that layup away from Alyssa Thomas.
Well,
We
all
had her
right.
at 7.
Okay, now
got
they have her at
6.
6, you're right. And she's probably finished for the at home. So the playoff teams are set, Annie, with Dallas clinching that 8th and final playoff berth. Big rebound, Area Fenn with another carom. Nothing called inside. Double for Kiki. 18th double-double of the season. She has been unbelievable. She and Austin. Ooh, Linskins coaches at home. Nice high-low with Baloo and Kiki. Linskins.
Yeah, Ayayi with a nice pass. Linskins had the mismatch down low.
Last 2:30 of this game. The Mystics looking to make it 2 straight over the Mercury after being swept by Phoenix last year.
Look at Betts just reach over Westbell. And one of the reasons she doesn't get called for a foul, she goes up with 2 hands.
Betts wants it down low. They aren't finding her. You got to throw it up if you're Washington. And here comes Brochant. Amor to beat, and she does.
Well, certainly at the end of this game, and Nick Tippett's giving players a chance to play, and he's watching them for the next, games that they're going to play and how much time they're going to play and get in that game, because the bench is going to have to come through a little bit more for Phoenix down the stretch.
It has been a total team effort for Washington tonight.
Twice. Washington kind of struggling on the shot clock there. This is the defense by Phoenix. It's so difficult to stop them, not just inside, but this Washington team shoots such a high percentage, shooting over 50%, and that's what they did in the first meeting. The numbers were pretty even, but I would say
tonight for Phoenix. Great pass inside Linskins, but Brochant couldn't get her home. Only 2 triples for Phoenix. They're 2 for 16 from deep, Annie. The 2 long balls, right now that ties a season low. As Rory Harmon doesn't get a lot of looks, the small guard out of Texas. The bench goes bananas as she comes in and scores.
Yeah, Harmon had been waived, and then they brought her back.
Well, there's
her ability to play that point guard.
So the 3rd triple of the game for Phoenix. Final minute of this game. Great to see Kelsey Plum wearing Mercury gear and making her
not start the game. Played 4 minutes in that first quarter. Only about just under 2 minutes in that second quarter. So he's trying to time it out, but also wants to save her, but needs to get her in shape.
The last time Plum played on this floor, before, when she and Copper went toe-to-toe with 40-point games. And Mercury fans are so glad that Plum is wearing Phoenix gear now.
Well, she was by Diana Taurasi, we're dear friends, and being here, and to me, she's a mini Diana. I mean, just her toughness is like Diana. I mean, she doesn't take anything from anybody. She's not intimidated by anybody. I mean, but there's this aura about her, as there is by Diana, and they walk in and they own it.
Anytime somebody says, I'm gonna play like I'm shot out of a cannon, that's my kind of player. And that's what Plum was telling the media today. Look at Held playing the D. Final seconds, and Harmon will dribble it out. 94-84, Annie. What do you think and what do you make? Your takes?